Buongiorno everyone, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. I am on my way to the old gymnasium on this sunny Saturday morning. So I thought I'd jump on quickly. Obviously tomorrow is the big game. We're going to have another little look into that. I've got a preview with AJT from the COP TV on the channel already, a long live stream for you there. So if you haven't got time for that, well, you should have. Make time for it. I mean, enjoy it. Give it a like, at least. This is a quick little build-up as well. Now we're a day close down. We've had Eddie Howe's press conference. We can touch on a bit of team news and things like that. Before we do get into that, there is some big transfer news to get into, to be fair, and it is outgoings for Newcastle United. I'm just trying to work out which way to go. Yeah, I'm just going to go there and on. Because the rumour last night, before we get into the juicy stuff that's in the title, because Ryan Fraser has spoke out now that he has completed a season-long loan deal to Southampton. Unlucky them. We're going to talk about Captain Lascelles. Now, Jamal Lascelles, who obviously is still the official captain of Newcastle United, could be about to leave. Apparently, Turkish giants Besiktas are lining up a bid for him, according to Sky Sports. That was on there yesterday evening, that they do have a strong interest in the centre-back. And Lascelles, although he's happy at the tune, is also open to a move because he does want more game time and he knows he's not going to get it at the minute unless there was an injury to Fabian Shaw or potentially Sven Botman. But that's a big one. You know what I mean? It's someone who I said could definitely leave at the start of this window. Him and Maximin were the only real sellable assets, if you like. And would you really class Lascelles as a sellable asset? How much are you going to get for him? Maybe 10 million, hopefully. You know, you got to be fair. I think Lascelles is still alright. And if he went to Turkey, he's definitely good enough for that league. And he's still got a good few years left in him. It's not like he's over 30 now or past it, you know. He's been in the game a long time. He's got a lot of experience. Started young. Captain Newcastle. Like, he's still offer a lot to most Premier League sides, I think. It's just because where we are now, with our Champions League and lofty ambitions, he's not going to get a game. So for Lascelles, the move makes sense, but it doesn't make sense for Newcastle at the minute, really, obviously, unless we're going to replace him. So this is a really interesting one. I want to know what you think in the comments. Would you let him go? I would let him go if we can replace him. If we can't, with the less than a week now of the summer transfer window remaining, then I wouldn't sell him, because we are absolutely knackered if Shaw gets injured and now we've got no Lascelles. We really are, because I mean, you look around at that team now. I'll paint the picture for you, right? Real Madrid, away at the Bernabeu, Shaw goes down injured. Off the bench, who are you looking at if Lascelles is sold? Paul Dummett, Dan Burn, also Dummett. You know what I mean? Dan Burn, decent, obviously coming at centre back, but the problem being that you then have to move Botman over to the right, or one of them, Botman or Burns, gonna have to play on their unfavoured foot. And you wouldn't want to start moving Botman. He's so solid and sorted there in that left centre back role. But there would be no other right-footed, right-sided centre back in Newcastle United's team. So imagine how bad that could turn out to be. Like I say, imagine having to bring on Dummett and Botman at the back there for Real Madrid for Champions League away days. You know, it's a scary, petrifying thought, to be honest with you. Dummett playing in the Champions League there at centre back. You know, that would, imagine how much fun Vinny Jr. and Jude Bellingham and the rest of them would have against him. Tongue in cheek, you know what I mean? I don't want to take a piss at one player too much, and Dummett's been a great servant and all that. It's just a bit of a laugh, but in all seriousness, not good enough, right? Not good enough. So we would seriously need to get someone else in. If we were to lose Lascelles, sell him, we'd have to replace him. We'd have to look at seriously getting the Tap Sober in, your Silvas in. I did a video on centre-backs at Eddie Howe once the other day at the start of the week, so check that one out. And we would have to act on that. We really would, if Lascelles was to be sold. And we're hearing there's a strong possibility, according to Sky Sports, and I'm sure that might alert a few Premier League teams as well. You know, he's always been linked with that return to Nottingham Forest, and if I was a Luton or a Sheffield United, I'd be all over it as well, because he's not going to be expensive. You know, and even other teams, you know, West Ham tried to get Harry Maguire. Let's get Lascelles in. Put the same. So I would look into that if I was on a Premier League side, but Lascelles leaving, looking like a strong possibility. The other news is obviously confirmed. This was very quick yesterday. Eddie Howe was asked in his pre-match press conference Friday morning, any other outgoings by Jordan Cronin, and he said, yeah, it looks like Fraser could be doing something with Southampton. Literally an hour later, it was said he was having his medical, and a few hours later, Somehow he passed that medical. God knows how, because I don't think he's been fit since COVID times. That bloke's had long COVID before it existed. You know what I mean? Somehow he's fit, somehow he passed his medical, and he is in Southampton now. And he's signed that season-long loan deal. Nobody wants to pay cash for him. I'm not even sure if Southampton are paying his wages. I haven't heard about it. Surely, hopefully, at least, but he's 50% of them. But Fraser's still got 2 years left. Obviously, he'll have 1 year left after his season-long loan at Southampton. That, you know what I mean? I like Southampton. Like, you know, I did a master's degree down there. I do hope to get promoted again, even though there's a mission, absolute mission of a trip. So, yeah, good luck to him. I mean, no animosity out there. He did all right for now and again in certain games, but not enough. Went missing. And somehow fell out with Eddie Howe. I never really hear any other player fall out with Eddie Howe, do you? I can't think of one. I can't name one. But he's done it twice now. So there's a bit of a common theme there. We'll go this way. A bit of a common theme there. That he's done it once at Bournemouth when he refused to play and they got relegated because he wanted to push and move, didn't want to sign a new contract. And then now at Newcastle as well. And Fraser has hit out at Eddie Howe, you know, quite discreetly, but he says the truth will come out one day. This is what he said here on the screen now. And he was basically saying, you know, nobody knows what's happened up there, but one day you will find out. Basically saying he's had a scrap with Eddie Howe. He feels like he's harshly treated and he's been, you know, done over. And nobody knows the truth. And, you know, that's a big statement to put out because, well, Eddie Howe, I was going to say, was always respectful, but he did say that he only wants players here who are willing to fight for their place. And he classed Ryan Fraser as one that wasn't willing to do that, basically. He said, you know, he's been training with the under-21s since February. Obviously, that's rattled Fraser, and I think it'll rattle most players, to be fair, like at his age and Scottish international and that, and he's training with the reserves and the kids and that. But I'd love to know what happened. Hopefully we do find out one day. It's a shame that wasn't in the documentary. You know what I mean? We could have got an inside scoop on the bus stop and what's happened there, because something's clearly happened, you know. On the wing, especially on the right, we've got Murphy and Almiron. You'd think Fraser would fancy his chances of at least breaking into the bloody cup team, or like getting on the bench for the odd game or something, you know. Or like last week when Livermento comes on and plays right wing because Murphy's in hospital with his missus who was giving birth. You know, there's moments out where you think, oh, he's fight for your place type of thing. But aye, it's mad that he's now at Southampton. He's in the Championship. I think he'll do a decent job there if he can stay fit. But it's his consistency. I don't think Ryan Fraser's issue is only physically fit. I think it's mentally fit. I think sometimes you can just tell he can't be arsed, doesn't fancy it. And that must be the case in training. There's no way Eddie Howe has a bust up with him and all this just for the crack. You know, he must have something going on where he's probably late, might not turn up, doesn't put the effort in. And let's be honest, out of all the managers, Eddie Howe's one of them that you will not be able to get away doing that with. You know, the intensity he requires and his teamwork and everything else. You need that. So, Fraser, he's saying the truth will come out one day. You don't know the real extent of what's happened up there and all this. So, let's wait for his book release. He'll probably have to retire in about 2 years' time with these injuries. And then he'll have a little exclusive. He'll probably be on Stephen Bartlett's Day Over CEO in a couple of years' time. Ivan Toney style. And then he'll release something then. But, aye. There we have it then. Ryan Fraser to Southampton. Lascelles potentially to Besiktas. It's all happening. It is all happening right now. So I'll tell you what, just make sure you go and check out the Liverpool preview. That's on there with AGT already on the channel, the live stream that we did. You can still watch it back. And then make sure you come to Pumphrey's Bar on Sunday, pre-match chat, 3 p.m. I'll be there on the stage upstairs in Pumphrey's on the big market. Pre-match banter, get your questions in. We'll have a bit of Q&A. We'll talk about the upcoming Liverpool game, all that good stuff. And yeah, I think that's about it for me. Also, if you've got a bit of spare minute over the weekend, please hit the link in the description and vote for us at the Football Content Awards for Best Club Content Creator. The link's down there. Just put the Magpie channel in the Premier League box. That's all you need to do. But anyways, people, stay tuned to the Magpie Channel TV over the weekend. Sunday, we've got loads of videos coming for you. The match vlog, match reaction, fan cams. Massive game tomorrow afternoon. I'm buzzing for it. Absolutely buzzing for it. And like I said, Pumphrey's, 3 o'clock before the game. We fancy it. £2, £7. Get amongst it. Have a banter with me and the rest of the Geordies. Okay, people. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy the sun. Let's hopefully it stays out. And all the best for the match tomorrow. Let us know your score predictions in the comments as well. Subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV and enjoy yourself.